welcome to Beth Roars, where we look at your favourite singers to find out what makes them them. Before we start, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. My handle is @BethRoars. Also, please do check out my website, bethroars.com, where you can book a singing lesson from me. I do lessons both in London, UK and online. And last but not least, do check out my Patreon, which is patreon.com/BethRoars, where you can find more exclusive content and guarantee that your request definitely happens. Actually, this one is a request by David. Hey David! I think he saw my previous Jinjer video. I'll put a little link up here if you'd like to see it. That was Jinjer Pisces. Should I make another Jinjer joke? I don't know. I'm not going to make another Jinjer joke this time. But this one is actually related. It's Pisces, but it's not just Pisces. It's I Speak Astronomy. They have a theme in their writing. Oh my god. She looks amazing. I love her outfit so much. I want one. Oh my god, that would be so wild. Ah, look at her dancing. She is the coolest. I think she is just... Oh my god. Tanya, you are a goddess. Okay, oh, it's so good. How is she doing this sound? It's a really kind of forward place. Release your energy. Ah. So she's going from a really warm place, which you'll find if you did this sort of sound, goo, ah, into release your energy. Ah. So it's forward place, kind of whiny, think super, super American, and then coming back into warmth. A lot of it is this closed vowel sound. Could come from her accent, but actually I think it's more of a stylistic choice because she's Ukrainian. It's having an open vowel and then changing it into a closed vowel halfway through. And lots of slides. It feels really fluid. The space flow is so secretive. It's so weird to see someone who is so womanly make that noise, but she does, and it looks like she does it with such ease. I don't know that much about fry technique and scream technique, but to me it sounds really, really controlled. It doesn't sound like she's got any issues there, because that's the main thing that people are worried about, if it's gonna hurt your voice, but it's really forward placed, and that is the key. Not having it come from your vocal cords. It either comes from the false cords above the vocal cords or distortion along the vocal tract. So that's a really forward placement. Hey, there. Yes, big old slides. also like there how she went around the vowel. Tell me why. Adding the fry on a little bit there. She flips between so many different sounds. She's got that full fry scream sound. She goes from a kind of speechy gruff sound and then a really beautifully well-placed kind of normal singing tone where she's sliding and it's almost jazzy, a lovely vibrato as well, which is interesting against these guitars.
When you see black holes remind.
So cool. I love this. It's so good.
Come and join me in my rotation. You won't need held by no bars. I'll be when you understand that's the lesson. And every moment stars guide us baptized.
The way she sings when she's not doing her scream, it could be like a massive pop star. She could be like a Lady Gaga or something like that. The way that she's singing is just, it's great. It's so well produced. And then she just flips into that, which gives her that extra edge, which makes it, I mean, I think it's even cooler. Okay, there's going to be a big drop here and I want to talk about something before that. What people often struggle with is going quiet without going breathy. She is not doing that. She's got full chord closure, so when she's in this sort of area, it doesn't have to be and that is a real tricky thing. So often what I do with my students to try and get that is get them to sing it loud, get that feeling and then bring it back, but you are not allowed to go So if you were hitting a note, you do to try and find the different volumes you can do with full chord closure. She also has such relaxation on those low notes. Again, finding full chord closure on those low notes can be difficult. A lot of people naturally will go to like a I'm singing low instead of I'm singing low. Great. Okay. I think it's about to go mad. Oh, okay, not yet. Wow, 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 wow. You have no idea how hard that is to produce that sound in such an effortless way. It's perfectly mixed. So it's an E, which is well above the female break. I mean, I say you have no idea. You maybe do. Maybe you've been trying to do this, but it sounds so effortless, and that's the hardest thing. How is she getting up there onto those E's? she has got 3 things kind of happening. One of them is she's not allowing her larynx to come up really high. Now, that could be just by feeling it lower. I often use a goo sound to help me feel that. Or by making sure that the tongue is forward and isn't tense. The tongue is attached to the bone above the larynx, so if it tenses up, it can really pull up the larynx as well. Another thing that she needs to get there is full chord closure and a lovely forward placement. How I work on that is by doing this horrible sound. Wah, 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 wah. That is the note. That is your E. That is where she's placing it, and then she's bringing her vowel round to whatever the word is at that point. That is how it's cutting through all those drums and guitars. It does have that twang in it as well. It isn't a pushed chest, and that was the third thing I wanted to talk about. The mistake that people make is try and push their chest voice up and be like, ah, and you're just going to get a tight, full sound. Actually, you need to lighten off and really go for the resonance, that feeling of twang, that ah feeling, to get that cutting sound. You can hear it. That forward placement. Wow. She is really good at what she does. And she's found what works for her. She's using these kind of lower, jazzier tones for a lot of it. And then she's using these big notes as effect. She's not going up into her head voice really, but she's using a great mix to really punch through every now and again. And of course, that amazing vocal fry sound that she has, that scream sound that makes her sound like terrifying, but awesome at the same time. I love this band. I think they're so good. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!